Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. Now guys, this is not clickbait. And a lot of you watching this probably do not want to dive in this deep about the chaos that's going on in crypto right now. But I stand by the statement that I really believe that there's about a 75% chance that Ripple loses this court case. And I also believe there's even a bigger chance that they have to go to the next court or even the court thereafter. They're going to have to take it all the way. Now, based on a lot of information and a lot of statements like from the SEC and from people like Jamie Dimon on Wall Street and Larry Fink, there's been a lot of this chaos I just couldn't put together. Why is the SEC, why has it been weaponized? Why are they attacking everything? They're attacking the stable coins, anything like that looks, even points at the banks or Wall Street. It's under attack. And Gary Gensler keeps saying, I have regulation. They just don't want to listen. They don't want to use the rules that I've already set in place. Well, now guys, that's all making sense. And I'm going to put these pieces together and they have real world merit. Guys, I do endless amount of research every single day. Now, I don't just study Ripple, which I have in depth. I don't just study the banking tokens. I study it all. I study the competitors. I study the legacy banking systems, their business model for Web3 and cross-border payments and everything that's coming down the pipe. I study it all. And I have an open mind and I'm non-biased. And when you start reading and researching with an open mind, well, things start to line up and start to make sense. I understand what Ripple's trying to do. I understand what HBAR's game plan is. I understand what JP Morgan's trying to do, the legacy banking system, XDC, R3, you name it. I just keep going down everyone's rabbit hole. Now, in this video, we're going to dive into why I believe that literally Ripple is going to lose this court case. Now, I hope I'm wrong. But, Jamie Dimon's been making comments like, crypto is for criminals, crypto is a Ponzi scheme, but blockchain is the future. Larry Fink has talked about tokenization of assets is the future. They all keep throwing out these statements that I couldn't understand because they don't make sense, right? Well, now they're starting to make sense. And right now, what I see is that the legacy banking systems and Jamie Dimon and all those boys, their roadmap is probably 60% done. See, we've been trying to track it and put those pieces together, but it's hard to read a map for the first couple of miles. Well, guys, they're 60% into their trip. And it's easy to see that what they've been telling us and giving us the information right in front of us, but we've been ignoring it. Well, I've made sense of a lot of that chaos just from following the power, following the money, and following their steps. I'm going to share that with you. I think it has a lot of merit. And if I'm right, we're going to capitalize on 3 projects that I'm going to show you in this video. Now, this is not financial advice. Crypto obviously is crazy risky, but the future is bright. It really is. I don't see none of this as being negative. It's not remotely what I would like to see. But the reason I do this kind of research is so that I can front run and have the knowledge I need to make a lot of money in the next bull run and beyond. And guys, the only way you make money, at least, I've been in and out of the markets and around a lot of wealthy people for over 30 years. You got to study the downside of your money way more than the upside. You got to know all the players and you got to have a good strategy and understanding of the game you're playing. So I'm going to walk you through some information that I've uncovered, and it's starting to make sense, at least to me. Either way, guys, this should be a really good conversation for all of us. I want to kick start it. And if I'm right, guys, we're going to make money. If I'm wrong, we're going to continue with the same game plan that I have right now. At least that's my plan. So let's get into it, and let me know at the end what you guys think. Now, to verify some of the statements, here's Larry Fink talking about, he's the founder of BlackRock, or the CEO of BlackRock, talking about tokenization of assets is the next generation for the markets. Jamie Dimon cutting down crypto. Crypto is a complete sideshow. Jamie Dimon praises blockchain. Now, right now, I agree 100% with Larry Fink. Tokenization of assets is the future. Everything, and I mean everything, is going to be tokenized. Your car, your health records, your passport, your dog, your securities, your stock securities, coffee, sugar, cocoa, gold, you name it, everything's going to be tokenized. Well, when you follow the players that are already doing that and testing that, it leads to the power players who are in charge right now. You got Goldman Sachs, Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon, guys, whether you like JP Morgan or not, they literally control the flow of money throughout the world. They're the second biggest bank in the world behind one of China's banks. But they are politically connected, and I really believe they have more power than any other entity. And then when you add their buddies that sit on Wall Street and partner with JP Morgan, like BlackRock, guys, are the most powerful entity in the world. For me, I'm following that money. I'm trying to front run that money. Now, about 6 or 7 months ago, they tokenized their first security. Now, it's set on Aave through Polygon. So that's a clue. Those aren't two of the tokens we're talking about today, but guys, this is all starting to make sense. Now, I've never bought anything on the INX exchange. That is the Security Token exchange. But I still stay in touch with it. I'm still on their newsletter and all that. Well, now, guys, just in like 7 or 8 months, they have done a complete overhaul. Now, they're 100% legit, compliance-wise. No issues with the banks or the SEC, any of that. Now, this really caught my attention. They sent me an email, and it said, INX Security Tokens Exchange partners with Polygon and Avalanche. And I'm like, what? Well, now, not only have they partnered with them, and I honestly don't understand how that works, how security tokens can trade side by side with crypto or stocks, but guys, that's what's going on. And you can go to INX Exchange, which are security tokens. Now, they have behind the scene partnerships with Polygon and Avalanche, I guess using their rails. I really don't know, but you can buy Matic and Ethereum and Polygon on that exchange. It's not a crypto exchange. It's a fully regulated security token exchange. I mean, look at this, guys. You can buy INX. You can buy Bitcoin. You can buy Ethereum. You can buy USDC. You can buy Avalanche, Sand, Mana, Link, Matic, Aave, Compound. Guys, it's starting to make sense. I'm telling you, if you stay with me, this will make sense. Now, they're accepting credit cards, just like the exchanges the SEC's attacking. They're not attacking this exchange, right? Guys, they've already tokenized a bond already. And they, for example, what they're showing here, this tokenized asset is giving out dividends. Here's what I really believe they're trying to do, guys. When it's all said and done, follow me on this. See, they're legitimizing a lot, and I mean a lot more projects. Like I just went through the ones we know. I don't know how many, maybe 60 or 100, I haven't went through it lately, of security tokens that are basically just like crypto. They trade on blockchain, etc., are already on there. But I really didn't want to follow it. I didn't want to learn something new. You know, I don't know those, you know, those companies or those tokens or whatever you want to call them. So I stayed out of it. But it's growing rapidly. Now follow me on this. Fast forward 2 years from now. Gary Gensler's going to be in the court of law, and he's going to be looking that judge right in the eye, and he's going to go, Judge, let me show you something. He's going to pull up not only this exchange, I'm going to show you another exchange, and maybe there's 3, 4, 5 more. I don't know. He's going to say, here's what the legit corporations do, the legit crypto companies, or whatever you want to call them. This is what they do. They come into the SEC. We sign off on them. We protect the public, you know, not from that FTX craziness stuff. We protect them, right? And they're very legit. They don't work with drug dealers trying to, you know, sneak money around the world. None of that. It's very legit. They're doing wonderful. They're fully regulated. But now look, we have those guys, right? All the crypto companies, the crypto foundations. They're all the crooks trying to weasel their way around the world. They don't want any rules, guys. It's the Wild West. They're harming people, right? And then they're going to scroll through. They can buy Ethereum here. They can buy Matic here. Guys, there might be a list 200, 300. Who knows? 500 by then. That's their plan, guys. I'm telling you. Now, bear with me. We're going to keep going. Now, just in case you're wondering, INX is one of the projects I think everyone should look at. Now, it's an exchange, and it's really early. Now, it's pretty illiquid. It's not a massive market yet. But, guys, I'm personally going to throw a little bit of pocket change into INX in case I'm right. And, again, hope I'm wrong. But, guys, go to INX Exchange and look at their website. Just kind of educate yourself if you have an interest. If not, stick to crypto. Now, the six digital exchange, guys, I did a video on them many months ago. I know for sure that this is one powerful group of individuals and entities, and they are highly connected with the power structure of the world. IBM, Accenture, Wall Street, all the governments, Switzerland banks, you name it. It's a huge group of power players, and they are already tokenizing assets. They've tokenized a bond. They've raised a huge amount of money, and they too, you can trade tokenized assets as well as cryptocurrency. And I really believe that's the future. Let me read something about SIX's exchange. This authorization enables SDX, which is their symbol, to go live with a fully regulated, integrated trading, settlement, and custody infrastructure based on distributed ledger technology. Based on distributed ledger technology for digital securities. With these licenses, SDX can now offer the highest Swiss standards of oversight and regulation. Guys, you keep hearing that, regulated. And that's something that none of crypto can say. Now, guys, if you've been watching my videos, you've seen me talk about this statement that David has said. Now, I'm not harping on it, but look at it. It says, when a scrappy financial startup takes on the web of corruption and betrayal to bring instant payments to the masses, they learned that the cost of disrupting the status quo was higher than they could ever imagine, forcing them to decide between their vision and their survival. Guys, I'm telling you, I think David and Brad understand that there's a good chance that they lose this court case. Now, do with that as you will. But they're obviously not going to tell anyone. If they went out and said that, the XRP token would absolutely crash. I've also done a video on this statement, but guys, what is Brad trying to say? Ripple can do without XRP if firm loses ironic lawsuit. That's a quote from Brad Garlinghouse. Why would he say that? Which I understand that they will be fine. And I've also made a video saying in the past that they could just create another token that's launched legally. And I think they may end up doing that whether they win or lose. But I don't want to get sidetracked. I want to focus on those two statements from two of the most important people in Ripple. What are they trying to say? Now, talk about the power players, right? I know for sure, it's highly documented that JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are planning on dominating tokenized assets on their platforms as much as possible. See, people never research these big banks. Goldman Sachs owns 11 crypto businesses. I bet JP Morgan probably owns 35. I don't know. But one of the firms is Blockademian. I think I said that right. But check this out. This is a powerhouse corporation, and it's owned by Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest banks in the world. They're not up there with JP Morgan, but they're definitely a competitor. It says industry-leading businesses and institutions use our infrastructure. You got exchange and lenders. You've got data analysis and trading desk. You got protocol and DeFi foundations. You have banks, custodians, and trust companies. You have token holders and investors. Guys, these are the entities that dominate banking and Wall Street and money right now. They have the best and biggest partnerships with all the corporations in the world. All major corporations deal with Goldman Sachs and like JP Morgan, right? All of them. See, an average bank might have accounts with, say, Coca-Cola or something like that, but that's just for small money, making payroll and stuff like that. Their portfolio of all their assets and, you know, who they talk to as consultants is like companies like Goldman and JP Morgan. Now, the point of that is, I'm just showing you that all these entities are connected. This is the good old boys club that runs the world, guys. Look at this. Citi, PayPal, Amex, and Goldman joins TRM Labs. 70 million funding round. Guess what? Who owns TRM? That would be Goldman Sachs, who's looking to let all the tokens run on their private blockchain and use their services. And if you read this information, look at it, fraud alert. It just shows how they are putting that pressure and all that news out there that how bad crypto is, and talks about literally you got money laundering and all that negative activity. Guys, that's their plan. Make people terrified of crypto, fall in love with blockchain, be scared of the exchanges, be scared of DeFi, be scared of everything. They will handle it. Now, here's the thing, guys. If they pull it off, and I truly believe they will, and I hope I'm wrong, but if they pull it off, everything is going to kind of look the same. We're still going to be able to trade Ethereum and Matic and Sand and all those tokens. They're just not going to be called crypto, and they're going to be regulated. And here's the biggest difference. Then who controls the big flow of the powerful money? the money coming out of the pension funds and the hedge funds, which Jamie Dimon, like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, that's what they control right now. They're gonna control the flow of money into DeFi, into their exchange, guys. See, they want to connect. They don't want crypto standalone exchange. They basically want every exchange, like all these tokenized assets, to be securities. Then you're going to have, like, you know, right now you have the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ. You know, that's what they want. They want another exchange that is an extension of SEC and an extension of Wall Street, because what that does, once you involve the SEC, the average developer spinning off from, say, a corporation and building their own blockchain or building their own metaverse, those days will be over, because they will not be able to afford what it costs to kickstart a major corporation that has to go through the SEC. You just can't be small. And then what they want to do, see, that gets rid of all the ICOs and turns them into IPOs. Me and you can't get involved in that. The average person can't be involved. I think you have to have $2.5 million net worth. So right now, all they're doing, guys, is fighting for dominance over what we've all known, the flow of money. And they want to keep the technology and then just put it into their wellhouse. And guys, I hate to say it, but I want you to think about something. And again, I hope I'm wrong. You look at it. It's me, you, BitBoy, right? Average people. Even Brad, who is a world beater. Ripple is a great, powerful corporation, but not in the big picture, not when they're going up against the most powerful companies in the world like BlackRock and JP Morgan. They're way down the list of irrelevant people. And I say that with love. That's not an insult, just like I'm not, you know, a force to be reckoned with at all. And that's why I follow the money. I understand my place, and I know that my money is going to expand a lot more if it follows, hopefully front runs, the powerful money. Because I'm telling you, when BlackRock and Wall Street and all these hedge funds and pension funds from around the world, when they start legally being able to dive into Bitcoin and crypto, security tokens, whatever, they're going to absolutely explode. And, you know, right now, what are we, a little bit over $1 trillion asset? I have no doubt we could go to 10 trillion, which would be bigger than gold easily. And if I remember the math right, at 10 trillion, I think, and I'm doing this by memory, I think that puts us at $500,000 Bitcoin, but it might only put us at $250,000. But guys, I have no doubt that Bitcoin is going to outperform gold, not only on the charts, but it's going to be a bigger asset class. I have no doubt about it. And all we need is two things: regulation and a spot Bitcoin. And I'm telling you, you're going to see a rally and a bull market like the world's never seen. I truly believe that. Now, all right, let's talk about the next project that I think, and this one, guys, I really believe, good, bad, or ugly, whether I'm right about what I'm talking about or not, Polymath is going to be a great, great project. Now, I watched the podcast, and it kind of put a lot of this in perspective for me, because they're very tied into Wall Street and some of the power players, and they're knee-deep into the tokenization of assets. But again, they don't call it tokenized crypto. They talk about tokenized digital securities. You can go to their website, and everyone should, and you can get that tokenization guide. But what they talked about, guys, Polymath has 2 blockchains, working on a third, and they actually were talking about, if the regulation comes down, they want to have another public blockchain with the token. And he said, but we're waiting on regulation. Our hands are tied in a lot of areas that we want to dive into. But now, guys, it's 185 on the list. And guys, this thing has a pretty decent upside in my opinion. I mean, I haven't really checked the tokenomics. It's been to $1.60 right now. Look at it. We're down at 13, 14, 15 cents. Guys, that's a pretty good upside. And I really believe that Polymath, whether I'm right about what I'm talking about or I'm wrong, this is a great, great project. Now, as I mentioned before about 6 Digital Exchange, guys, go to their website, sdx.com, and check them out, because that is a project that I'm definitely going to stack. And look at what it did at the beginning, actually, of the year. They didn't rally this massive rally like most projects did in the middle to the end of 21, but at the very start of last year, it absolutely exploded. And what it went to 57, 58 cents. And guys, now it's less than half a cent. It's at 3 cents. Guys, that's a pretty good upside. Now again, I haven't checked the tokenomics, but those 2 exchanges are definitely something I'm going to look into, and Polymath to me is a no-brainer. Not financial advice. Don't go running into those guys. But that being said, that's all I got. I'm really curious what you guys think. I think what I laid out has a lot of merit, because if you look at the entities, and no one likes to do that, but everyone has a game plan. Ripple has a game plan. HBAR, Algorand. Everybody has a game plan and a roadmap. But so does the power that runs the world right now. The U.S. government has a game plan. The SEC has a game plan. Wall Street definitely has a game plan, and so does the legacy banking system. You can fight that system all you want, guys. I'm not going to. I'm going to try to front run it, and I'm going to keep doing my research, and I'm going to try to figure out what are the projects that are basically the chosen one. And I don't want to get caught stacking some long-term bags for whatever this is worth, guys. I know a lot of people plan on holding for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. For me, I'm going to be out of everything but Bitcoin at the end of the bull run. You can mark your calendar on that. When Bitcoin takes out its old high and it comes back down, right? No matter if it goes to 70 and then runs to 250,000 or 500,000. If it ever breaks that low again, I'm out. I'll be in a stable coin or whatever we have to work with at that time, and I'll be ready to rock and roll again, or I'll go short, something like that. That's my game plan, because guys, for me, again, I study the downside of my money. There's a lot of opportunities for upside, endless opportunities. But when you study the downside, we've got risk of new technology, especially with ChatGPT type stuff. I've got a video I've been wanting to do for months, where I uncovered where corporations like JP Morgan are working on quantum blockchains, and that's going to be a game changer. We could literally have a ChatGPT type project roll out tomorrow, brand new technology, dominates everything, game over for all the favorite tokens that I own, you own, and everyone owns. Not saying that's going to happen, but guys, you never go broke taking profits. That being said, guys, I'm working one-on-one. If y'all have an interest, reach out. It's $250. We'll get you a game plan, teach you how to dollar cost average in or out if that's what you want to do. We'll help build your portfolio so that you'll have a roadmap and an understanding and a game plan to use and put in place. It's $250. We'll work together 3 to 5 times over the phone or through like Zoom. Reach out. I'll leave a link down below. Now, that's all I got for you guys. Let me know. Let's get the conversation started. Let me know in the comment sections what you guys think. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you be part of this community. Either way, guys, share this with like-minded people. Hit that like button and come back. Remember, not financial advice. Take care, guys.